Hey, welcome back to Baker's Acres Homestead. I'm Roxanne, and in my last video of the garden tour, I showed you guys all of my garden and the things that are growing out there, but I did not get to share with you all of my other stuff that I'm growing. So I want to share with you all my overflow garden stuff that I have growing around here, and some of the other things that are growing around our place too that we're excited about and that we are harvesting from. And so this is like all the overflow stuff that I didn't have room for in the garden that I'm growing um, because I'm growing and wanted to grow tons more things than my garden would hold, so I had to find other places to put them. So I'm going to share all of that with you guys today in this video. So here on this table, a couple of years ago, my husband actually helped me build this table here, and this is a potting table that I can use for potting plants and different things. It's got this oh, I forget what this is called, expanded metal here on top, so any soil can fall through and I can pot stuff on there. And it's kind of been my holder for all of these pots the last couple of years, growing things in them. And here I have a pepper, and I have another pepper here, and a pepper in that one, and some eggplants in those. And then I have a pepper here in this fabric grow bag there, and that is a cayenne pepper. And these two here are cayennes, and then an Ozark giant pepper, and like I said, two eggplants. I don't remember what those eggplants are back there. And then I have parsley in that one, and this is like a bunch of my herbs over here. I have some parsley and some thyme and some more thyme here, and a dark purple basil and a holy basil or tulsi, oregano in these two, and then lemon bee balm back there in those pots there. And then here I have some chocolate mint. This is really good. The kids love to come out here and just pick leaves off of that and eat it. It's really good. I like using it for like teas and to put in my water, and just to dry it and use it in baking and just different things. It's really good. When I just planted this into this yellow tub this year, and they were just little bitty plants on either side of this tub here, and it has just taken over and has done absolutely amazing in that tub. I love it. It's almost filled the whole tub out in no time. And mint will overtake an area. It is very invasive, and it will take over really quick. So it's really good to grow it in a pot and keep it contained like that. So that's why I have it in that tub there, so that I can keep it contained in that tub. But also it can do very well in that tub and really fill out and produce a lot. And it's really good, and smells wonderful too when you rub your hand across it. So that's really lovely, and we really enjoy that. Okay, now we are over here in front of my back porch. Here I have a little garden here, and I have some tomato plants planted in here. And again, I just stuck them here because they were overflow plants that just didn't fit my garden, so I found a place to put them. And so there's some tomatoes there. I don't remember what each one is. But hopefully soon they will have some tomatoes on them, and I'll be able to identify them. There is some flowers on a couple of them, and I think this one, yeah, this one has a tomato growing right there. So hopefully soon I'll be able to tell what these are, but until then, yay, surprise tomatoes. And then back there in front of the little planter there, I have a couple of lily plants that have already bloomed, and finished up. But they were absolutely beautiful when they were in full bloom. And then in this side here, I have some mint, some regular spearmint, I believe it is. And then over here is oregano in this side. And then I have dill in both of them also that I've already harvested some seeds from. And then I'll be some more are drying, and I'll harvest other seeds from those as well. And then up here I have a stargazer lily plant that is absolutely beautiful. I planted the bulb last year and didn't get any lilies from it last year, so this is my first year to get to enjoy these, and I love them. They are absolutely beautiful. I got 2 more to open. They'll be opened within the next day or 2. They're getting pretty close, and I just love those. And then down here I have some cinnamon basil in this pot, and then some more cinnamon basil over here. And this is my first year to grow those as well, and I really love the flavor and the taste of those, so those are really fun and exciting. And then I have here lavender in that pot, and lavender over here in this one, and lavender there. And my first year again to grow those, so I'm excited for that. The plant smells lovely when you just rub across it. It just lets out a wonderful fragrance. It smells like lavender, and then you can smell your hand, and it smells so good. It smells so lovely and fragrant, and just a strong lavender smell. So I'm excited for those to shoot up their little shoots and make their lavender flowers and be able to use those. And then back over here on this side, so this is my porch. Now we're up on my porch, and these are all my little pots and stuff that I have planted here on my porch. And there is oregano in that one. So that one was actually, I had some, what was it called? Citronella. There was citronella in this pot last year, and my oregano is in this here. And as it went to flower and seeded, some of the seeds must have dropped in this pot, and then I had some happy little surprise oreganos in this pot that came up this year. So that was super exciting, and now that will be an oregano pot, because oregano is perennial and it will keep coming back each year, so I will always have oregano there. And then here is a succulent. It's a jade plant succulent there. And then I have a hibiscus or red roselle over here. It's doing lovely and really growing nicely, getting nice and tall, and we have yet to see any flowers, so hopefully soon it'll put on some flowers and we'll get to enjoy those, and we'll use those for teas and flavoring our kombuchas and different things like that. And then I have a tomato plant here in this pot with lots of little tomatoes growing on it. It's doing very well. It has some other flowers on it too that will hopefully soon be tomatoes. And I believe that's a Dad Sunset, same as this one over here, another Dad Sunset that's growing with tons of tomatoes on there. You can probably see. I have one here that's starting to turn colors. I don't know if I can convey that or not on the camera or not, but it's starting to blush a little bit, so hopefully soon I will be getting some of these to enjoy. And then over here we have some cactuses, which we're going to actually take these off of the porch and plant them in the corner of the property over there, just so we can still enjoy them and their beauty and their flowers that they put off in the spring and stuff, but they won't be in the way of anything. And then I have another tomato plant here, and I believe this is a candy sweet icicle. They have a very pretty teardrop shaped tomato to them, and this is loaded with tons of tomatoes on it as well, and lots of leaves. It's doing very good. There in that pot, and then another red roselle, and another one over there in this corner. And then over here was supposed to be my herb garden, but as you can see, weeds have kind of just overtaken this thing. This was filled with rocks, and I removed the rocks this year, took them all out, and put in some stepping stones. You may be able to see them in there through all those weeds, but it's kind of just overrun with weeds right now. And planted a few herbs in here in different places and stuff, and some of them made it, some of them didn't. Some of them kind of got washed out when we had lots and lots of rain. Parts of this really flooded out and stuff, and kind of just drowned some of the things that I put in here. And then I didn't put any mulch or anything in here to cover this little area, and a lesson learned. When all of this dies back in the fall, I'll clean this all out and probably put some fresh mulch in here and just kind of start this garden over, and hopefully make it a little nicer and prettier for next year. But that being said, I do have a lemon bee balm over there, and I have a couple of them here that I've harvested and dried some things from, and look how pretty their flowers are. Isn't that lovely? They have a beautiful, beautiful flower, and so those will flower and go to seed, and I will collect some seeds from them. And I don't know if you can see among the weeds, but I do have some parsley here. There is some oregano growing in here and thyme. It's really hard to see though. And I do have some other dark purple opal basil growing along the side there. And again, some more Overflow tomatoes from my garden. Just found a spot to stick them because they were extras that I didn't have room to put in my garden. So I just stuck them in here because I had some room. And then over there, you might be able to see that dried plant, or a couple of them laying down on the ground over there. That is cilantro that we've harvested from and used and dried and stuff, and I let it go to seed, and I've been collecting seeds from that for saving as well. And then my strawberries over here, and these will be moved hopefully by next year's growing season. We'll move them out of here and make this whole area the herb garden, and we're going to move our strawberry patch over to the side of our house, and expand our strawberry patch, make it as long as the side of the house is, in the whole area beside our driveway. And I'll show you that when I go over there as well. And we're going to add more and different types of strawberries to that patch. So yeah, so that's everything growing up here and around the porch. So some other stuff going on in some other areas. All right, so now we're over here by our current pig pen, and over here we have a couple of rows of elderberries. So there's one right there. There's another one over here. And this row is our ranch elderberries. That's the variety of this one. And on this row over here, we have some more, and these are our Adams 2 elderberries. And there's some spots missing from these elderberries because we did have some moles running through here, and they were really digging through and I think eating the little baby roots of these elderberries as they were getting established, and we lost a couple of them due to that. But we do have quite a few of them that are still doing very well, and this one is doing lovely and has a cute little patch of baby elderflowers. Look how lovely that is. Isn't that so cute? I just love it. It's so tiny. It's not even the size of my hand. It's so tiny. But it's so cute. This elderberry here is doing absolutely wonderful. It's got so many leaves and getting big, and has the little elderflowers on it. We won't be able to harvest any of these elderberries for a couple of years. You really have to give them a couple of years to really get good and established before you harvest from them. But I just thought that that was just so awesome and so cute. Its little first set of tiny itsy bitsy patch of elderflowers there. And then this patch of grass here. Oh, there's our driveway there. And then this patch of grass right beside our house here. All of this, all the way down to the end of the house down there, is where we're going to put our new strawberry patch. So we're going to fill this all up with different varieties and different kinds of strawberries. So hopefully that will be happening by spring next year, and I'm super excited to fill this all up with strawberries. Okay, now we are at the front of the house, and I have a couple of little flower gardens in here with rose bush there and some lilies here. And this one had bloomed already, and all the leaves, I mean the petals had already fallen off. That was a lovely big white lily. I'm not sure what kind it was, but it was sure beautiful to look at. And then some flowers there. I don't remember what those are called. If you know what those are, could you please let me know down in the comments? We planted these a couple of years ago, and I didn't know that they were perennials, and they came back last year and then again this year. And I was super excited that they came back and that they were perennials, and I didn't even know it. And so I get to enjoy them every year. And then I have this lily here that still has some buds to open, and this one that's getting very big and getting very close to opening. So I'm super excited to get to enjoy that in a few more days. I can't wait to open it and see what it looks like. And then up here, I have a couple of pots of some more cinnamon basil, and some more cinnamon basil over there, and some spider plants there. And our plans are to expand those gardens all the way out into our front yard and fill this all in with garden things, herbs and flowers and bushes and just all kinds of different things, and just make it so pretty out here with not only just flowers to look at, but things that we can use and that are edible, and just really fill this whole place out with wonderful things, berry bushes and different things that that will also benefit us here on our homestead. And then over on this patch also, as we expand all of this out and make this whole front area a beautiful garden, we are going to put in some fruit trees and stuff and make like a little orchard here in this area of different fruit trees to enjoy. So we're super excited, and can't wait to get started on that and to be able to enjoy these lovely additions. And speaking of fruit trees, we actually do have a couple of fruit trees that were already here when we moved here. We have a mulberry tree that we've already harvested from this year. They're earlier spring. They usually set on their fruit earlier and are done by the time it gets fairly hot into the summertime. So we've harvested from that tree and got some yummy mulberries from that. The kids like to go out and snack on those a lot. Oh, you can probably see our chickens here out in the pasture behind me. We love our chickens. They are pasture raised, and we move them along the pasture, so there they are. A little side note for you, view of the chickens. And also have a couple of pear trees on our place, and this one is pretty loaded with pears. So before too long, we'll be able to harvest some pears from this guy. Super excited. The kids like to pick them and eat them fresh, and we can make different things with these pears too. So that's always exciting that we have these things here that God gave us when we moved here. Already here, ready for us to use. Okay, now I'm gonna walk you guys out through the pasture to our wild blackberry bush that was also already here when we moved here. And we'll go right by the chickens, so I'll share them with you guys too as we go by them. So here's our Dominickers and our geese. And these are our Delaware chickens and our beautiful rooster. He's a lovely boy. Right, Rudy? So there's our chickens, and I will continue to walk you guys out here to the blackberries. That's our pond. I'll share that with you guys too since we're going out this way. There is our blackberry patch. It starts here and works its way around all the way down this way. It's a pretty decent sized patch here. It wraps its way around all the way around the end of the pond here. And then there's the end over there. Now it's pretty grown up, and it's got some different things grown in it, like honeysuckles and little trees and different things like that. And there's lots of guard vines and stuff growing here as well. We usually have to trim it up every couple of years. Take a bush hog sometimes, and we'll mow it all down and train it back so that it doesn't go too crazy. But we get lots of blackberries from this, and this year it is just absolutely loaded with blackberries. As you can see, there's tons of red ones and green ones and black ones that are ready to be harvested, and the outside of this bush is just so full of blackberries as well that we don't even have to reach in too far into all those prickly vines and stuff to get lots of blackberries. And the blackberries are super plump and big and juicy this year. There is tons of really good ones. Well, I am super happy with the blackberries this year, and it looks like we're due to come out here and pick some more blackberries, because I see tons and tons of black ones ready for picking again. We'll probably do that in the morning, come out and pick some blackberries. So this is another one of God's gifts to us here on our homestead, something that was already here when we moved here, so we get to enjoy that. There is something else very exciting that I've discovered just this year. In the spring, when they had a bunch of flowers, I have discovered that we have some elderberry bushes here as well. So that's super exciting. We like to use elderberries for jams and syrups and juices and different things just to help boost our immune systems. to keep our immune system strong and healthy and working the way that they should. So we're super excited to have these here. We had those that we planted up there, but God has also given us some to enjoy as well. And there's some of the flowers starting to die off there, and then back in there is some berries starting to form, and here as well. So I've discovered this one and another one that I'm going to take you to that's on down across the pasture over that way. So I'm going to walk over there and show you the other elderberry. Here are my other elderberries, wild elderberries that God gave me. All right here, this one's like a tree. It's got its trunk there and it grows up all the way up there. These look like they're not doing too well. Looks like they've dropped some berries, but they still have some on it, so we'll probably get some from it. But it's been super, super dry lately, really hot, not a lot of rain. We did have some rain this morning, so that was really nice and refreshing for everything. Everything got a nice drink, and but yeah, this is all the way down in our pasture, a ways away from our house, and we have no water or anything out this way, and so there's no way to water stuff like this. I mean, I guess we could like bring buckets and stuff out here, but yeah, I haven't done anything like that, so it looks like it may be suffering from some of the heat, but that is okay because it is here and it does have some berries on it, and we'll have this elderberry bush or tree for many years to come as well. So that is super exciting. I was super excited to find the elderberries this year. Well, guys, I think that is about everything that I have to show you. I hope you enjoyed looking at all of my overflow garden stuff and my plants that are growing, and all of the wild things as much as I enjoy sharing them with you. I am so glad that we got to spend this time together walking around my place and looking at all these wonderful things, and I'm glad that I got to share it with you and enjoy all of this with you. It was fun and I enjoyed it, and loved getting to share this passion with you. Thanks for stopping by, and God bless until next time.